Hello and welcome to World Talks on TVP World with me, Ashim Kumar. Well, the pro-business Democratic Party has won the election in Greenland. What does this mean for Greenland's independence movement, Denmark's influence, and even US interests? Well, to help us unpack the significance of this pivotal event, we're joined by Piotr Szymański, Senior Fellow at the Center for Eastern Studies, specializing in security and defense, with extensive experience analyzing Northern European geopolitics. His expertise is crucial in understanding Greenland's election results and their implications. Mr.
Thank
Szymański.
you for this kind introduction.
You're very welcome, sir. Welcome and thanks for taking the time to join us. So tell us.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. So the Democratic Party's won in Greenland. What's the platform? It's quite a leap, isn't it, since the previous election? They were nowhere near the winning stage in the last elections. What's changed?
It is a huge surprise, and if you look at the results of the elections, then you see that the whole political scene is upside down at the moment. So two political parties from the left, Inuit Atakatigi of Prime Minister Mutte Egede, and Siumut, traditionally the strongest party in Greenland. So the Social Democrats are down, and they are going to lose power. So we have two big new surprises. First, Democrats having almost 30% of votes, and then Nalerak party, which is branded as a populist one. They received around 25% of votes. So these are two main victorious parties from Greenland. And this is very interesting because we are focusing very much on issues related to foreign affairs, relationship with the US, Denmark, and independence movement and process. But we have to keep in mind that Greenlandic elections were also about the welfare, were also about costs of living, were also about future strategies of development for mining industry. We often discuss Greenland as a de facto paradise for mining minerals, oil and gas deposits, but the harsh reality is that there are only two small mines operating in Greenland currently. So the entire campaign was very interesting and highly influenced by international developments.
Understood, Mr. Szymański. Thanks for laying that out. Now, I want to come to mining and minerals and into the international aspect in just a second. But before that, what specifically does the Democratic Party, which has won the election, stand for that was so appealing to Greenlanders?
I mean, they are in favor of private sector development. If you look at the island, you have to understand that Greenland is totally dominated by the public sector. So public services, public companies, state-owned enterprises. It originates from the old way of managing the island. We can look back into the colonial times even. So this is the party which is opting for more development for the private sector, but more fiscal discipline. However, they were underlining and emphasizing that we won't see any cuts in healthcare. So the healthcare system is very important, and education. So these are two pillars.
Okay.
Which are very important for this party. And just to add, they are willing to develop three sectors in Greenland. So fishery industry, which is responsible for around 95% of the entire value of export. So this is a huge issue in Greenland, but at the same time, tourism and mining.
Understood. Now, this is quite interesting, is it not, in terms of how it impacts Greenland's relationship with Denmark, because this is a semi-autonomous region. Denmark, of course, has a huge political and financial influence on Greenland. Is this indicating a shift away from dependence on Denmark?
So we have to understand that all political parties in Greenland are opting for independence. So the difference lies only within the pace. So some of the political parties like Nalerak, which finished second, are in favor of quick independence process, and parties like Inuit Atakatigi or Democrats want to carry it out gradually, step by step, taking more responsibilities from Copenhagen. I think that in terms of the relationship with Denmark, the situation is clear. We have the agreement from 2009, and the section number 21 from this agreement is a kind of a roadmap to Greenlandic independence. So they are going to pursue that path. However, in this political setup we will see in the next parliament, I think that it will be less talking on referendum and more taking some competences away from Denmark and trying to manage the island from Nuuk.
Understood. Now, let's talk about President Trump's statement about taking over Greenland one way or the other. How much of an influence has that statement had on the elections?
I mean, of course, debate was highly influenced by the situation with the US, and I think that the elections were organized 3 weeks ahead of schedule because of that tension. So it was very important to underline that actually none of the political parties in Greenland are in favor of joining the US or allowing US to take control over Greenland. And this makes things not easier anyhow to the United States if they want to pursue that goal of bringing Greenland closer to the US or securing some kind of association agreement with Greenland. However, all political parties at the same time underline that they would like to develop even closer relationship with the US and Trump's administration, and this relates to the areas of trade, investments,
Mining, I should
security,
imagine,
since the US
is a big part of it as
mining.
well.
So
Now, I'd like to.
we have to look at the actions of the US right now, because actually United States, they do have only one base, military base in Greenland, and almost non-direct investments. In terms of mining, they have only one license for project development. So there is still a huge gap between rhetoric and real actions from the
Understood.
United
So
States.
we shall be watching, see how that relationship develops over time. Now, Greenland is seen by the US clearly as as being a strategic entity, piece of land. And that, of course, brings us to a conversation about NATO, which coincidentally Poland joined 26 years ago. Is there some kind of conflict here? You know, if the US was to try and attempt some kind of takeover of Greenland, be one NATO country, quote, attacking another one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this scenario, I think, and according to the Prime Minister of Denmark, is quite unimaginable. And I think that this pressure, US pressure on Greenland, won't develop into anyhow of any kind of hostile action. And it is worth emphasizing that actually the US is co-responsible for the defense of Greenland based on the agreement from 1951. There is an agreement between Denmark and US on defense of Greenland. So
Understood.
actually, both sides should cooperate in bolstering Greenlandic defenses, and this is something which is being carried out through the Arctic Command,
Okay.
which is located in Nuuk in
So
Greenland.
it's unlikely
And
that there's going to
actually,
be any
just
military.
adding to NATO.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you, Mr. Szymański. We're running a little short on time, but it seems unlikely that there's going to be any military action against Greenland by the US anytime soon. Thank you very much indeed for sharing your analysis with our audience. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
And that's all from us in this episode of World Talks. Goodbye for now.